Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, you join me from the interior of Iceberg's console-friendly Nissan Patrol, which we have already done a full build on, as well as we have already done a full build on the other vehicle that it is going to be running with in this video. Now, based on the premise of this video, you might look at this vehicle's opponent and go, hang on a minute, that's not fair, that's not okay, and that is an unfair comparison in every possible way. But here's the thing. This enormous Ford right here on 42-inch tires, giant axles, and a massive lift kit, it might be bigger than the Patrol, which is on 35s, but here's the thing. I don't necessarily think that just on sheer size alone, the Ford is going to just automatically do better on the courses out here on this map. And the map that we are actually running on is Remo's Tough Truck Challenge, which all of these will be linked in the description box down below. Now, the other reason why I wanted to try this thing out once again is because this Patrol has been getting consistent updates as of lately, and it's also, as of the time of recording this video, the highest trending mod on the entire mod browser, like console mods included. This thing has over 1 million downloads, which is absolutely wild. Like, super nuts, to be honest with y'all. So, with that being said, we're going to fire this thing up. We're going to get it out to one of the crawler courses, and we're going to see what it can do, and then we're going to see what that F500 can do in comparison to this thing. So let's fire it up and see what happens. Now, again, just to reiterate, I love both of these vehicles, and I'm not comparing them against each other in a this one is better than the other type of way, but I'm more comparing them against each other in a, you know, which things does each one do better, right? Because there are going to be some things that the Patrol does better, and there's going to be some things that the Ford will probably do better as well. So keep that in mind as we go through these obstacles. We're not going to time this, of course, because this track, or rather trail, is still under construction. So let's go and see what this thing can do. Oh, come on. Okay, having the lockers on would probably help a lot. We're in low plus, and that actually, so far, is doing really well. My only concern with our tires being 35s is that we have a higher chance of, we have a higher chance of that. But no, we have a higher chance of kind of getting stuck in, you know, ruts and ditches and stuff like that. But we'll just have to be a little bit more careful with our lines and see what we can do. But so far, it's doing really well. And the nice thing about running a 35 as opposed to something huge like a 42 is that you can be a little bit more decisive with your line choices. You can be a little bit more deliberate with where you place the vehicle. So you kind of have a little bit more line choice to work with. You also have more line choice to work with this shorter wheelbase a lot of the time. Now, granted, there are going to be times where a longer wheelbase will be a little better, but I think that the shorter wheelbase of this Patrol is definitely showing why you would want a shorter wheelbase across a course like this. So let's hop up onto this bigger rock now. Ooh, we're actually in a bit of a bind here. First time this thing has been in a bind on this course. That's fine. We'll try to rotate it around a little bit and see if we can find some grip. It's doing okay. We're just going to have to work our way back to the right-hand side. A little bit off of the line that I wanted to be on, but it's still fine. And again, actually, it's really well balanced because you can see we put it super sideways right there, and the suspension just soaked it up. It didn't even want to flip over, didn't want to flop on its side. Really good body control from this thing. Really good, actually. Now, I'm going at this from a little bit of a diagonal because I don't want to bottom out the front bumper. I don't want to run into any kind of approach angle issues. So let's crawl it up this rock face. Still just absolutely trucking along. Now, these log stair steps, I'm a little bit hesitant to say this thing is going to do well on them because I don't know how the wheelbase is going to react to it, but let's see. This one, this one's a little iffy because we're running into the bumper. So it looks like our only option here is going to be to go diagonally, but the problem is with the way that, oh, there it is. But no, with the way these logs are oriented, it makes it really hard to go diagonally because the rear axle hitting the other log always makes you want to go dead ahead again. So let's see if we can find just a little bit of grip, maybe down to low. Oh, it is actually bottomed out on that front bumper. It is like it's trying really hard, and I have mad respect for it for trying this hard, but we might have to once again rethink our line choice. So let's see. Make sure you have the lockers back on because we're definitely going to need those. And easy. I think we can get it here. We might be able to get it here. We haven't winched yet, so that's really, really good. If this turns out to be where we have to winch, I mean, I still would not call that a bad showing for this thing at all. Oh, come on. Give me one more time. I'll tell you what. We'll do it kind of like a 3 strikes type rule. If it takes more than 3 times for us to get up the obstacle, then we'll winch. But this is our 3rd time, so I still think we could do it. I just don't think I know the right line for this particular vehicle yet. And this is where the 35s start to become not necessarily an issue, but you start to want some slightly taller tires. Because if we even had like a 37, I feel like this wouldn't be the problem that it is. So let's go ahead and give it just a little bit of a pull. Oh, it winched to a sapling, didn't it? Okay, all right, well, we used up all 3 of our attempts. That's fine. Give it a little bit of a winch pull. Oh, it just wants to pull the bumper into the log. Okay, well, try again. It still just wants to pull the bumper into the log. Okay, come on. Maybe pulling it sideways will work? Oh, this has turned into like a wall for this thing. It does not want to climb that at all. There it goes, finally. Okay, so all it had to do was get that front axle up over that wall, but really, really tricky. All right, this next part's sketch no matter how you look at it. Right. I feel like we didn't give this thing a fair shake on that one. I really feel like we didn't. Like, on that obstacle in particular, I feel like we could have given this thing a much more, let's say, fair go of things. Let's see. I'm going to flop it back on its side, and then I'm going to try to bring it... No! Solid winch point. Come on! Thank you. There we go. All right, come on. Up you go. Yes, up there. Up there, please. Oh, my God. Thank you. Okay. So, I don't know whether I should go back and do that again, because I guarantee you it would probably be okay if we went back up and tried it again. I just went at it too fast. But here's the thing, though. If I had eased up to it and then eased over the edge on throttle, I think we would have been fine. But because I was on the brakes, that was where I messed up. So once we get through the mud bog obstacle, I'll go ahead and jump in the Ford and see how it does in comparison throughout the same section of the course. Now, do keep in mind that this map is still a work in progress and this course is not finished yet. So with that in mind, some of these obstacles may change or evolve in the near future. So let's climb on out of this mud pit, which, by the way, this thing did awesome in the mud pit, especially for being on 35s. I mean, that's some slick mud, and it just cruised right through it, no problem. All right, let's ease it on out, and we're going to go ahead and park you right here. And now it's time to go grab the F500. Now, the F500, completely different type of approach, completely different type of vehicle. I mean, we're on 42s, we're on a massive lift, but, and this is the thing that could get us into trouble, we have giant overhangs in the front and the rear that could get caught on stuff, and we have a wheelbase that is practically a mile long in vehicle terms anyway. So with that in mind, this thing is very liable to get high centered. So let's go ahead and ease up to it and just crawl it on up. Let's see how it goes. Diff lock is on, making sure all-wheel drive is on as well. So far, not too bad. I mean, I'm actually wow, I'm impressed. I mean, we're cruising along in low plus. Haven't gotten hung up yet, but it's always a possibility. It's absolutely always a possibility. Come on. Ooh, easy. I'm gonna go for the left line, and we're good so far. I mean, it does rip. You can't deny that this thing absolutely rips. I ran into a little bit of an issue with getting kind of hung up on the frame there, but that was more of a bad line choice on my part than it was the fault of the wheelbase. So I don't think we can blame that on the wheelbase. The section I'm a little concerned about is going to be these log stairs up here. The log stairs are going to either be an absolute hit or an absolute miss. It's either going to do really well or really badly, and I don't know which one of those it's going to be yet. So we're going to have to find out as we go along. I'm going to try and keep up a little bit of momentum into it. Ooh. Oh, that's like the exact length to not do well. Oh no. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's like literally the exact length to not make it up that log. Come on, you know you could do this. Come on. Oh, it wants to so bad. Oh my God, there it is. And then the last one, it can just kind of bounce right up. So really, in fairness, they both had issues with that part. Let's ease it over. And now Beans. That's how I should have done it. And I'm not gonna, like I said, nothing against the patrol for the rollover. The rollover was more on me than it was on the patrol. I guarantee you if I had rolled through the throttle like that, coming down that hill, probably would have been a similar outcome. Now, let's ease on out of the mud. And now we have the next section. So we're gonna switch back into the patrol for this. And the patrol's gonna be really interesting for this next part, I'll tell you that. Down it goes into the next section. Let's see if we can keep it on these boards without flopping over. And so far, wow, that was perfect. The track width is perfect for that. So I'm sure this section we're just gonna be able to cruise through. Isn't that right, Beans? Oh, I guess Beans is feeling a little iffy right now. All right, let's ease it on through here. Yeah, it cruises through this like it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, this next part, I'm gonna see if we can actually attack that in high and see if we can just make it through, just carry the momentum. And so far, it has no issues with that. This next part, though, I'm kind of nervous for because we're dealing with that massive notch on the left, but as long as we can keep our momentum up and not fall into the notch, we'll be okay. Just try to keep pointed away from the notch. We're good. Oh, we're good. I'm just trying to focus. Oh no. I think we can still get out of it. We're just gonna have to back up. We haven't needed a winch yet, though, which is really good. Come on, patrol, come on. To be fair, the Bronco that I ran here not too long ago also had to be winched out of this. This obstacle is nasty. This massive washout, super nasty obstacle. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a winch. Oh, come on. It's not a solid one. There's so many winch points through here. Woo! Okay, glitch, 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 glitch. Easy. Okay, so actually, all we needed the winch for was to undo the glitch. That it wasn't to undo anything else. It was literally to undo the glitch that we were in. My only question is, I don't know. Wow, I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of like actually stuck now. Come on, give me a solid winch point. Are we glitched again? I don't know. The terrain right here is doing some odd things. And boom. And now we're good. Okay, so I don't know if there were terrain-related issues or vehicle-related issues. I mean, it's still kind of... Okay, no, it seems fine now. I guess it's... Oh, that's a sick photo as well. I am absolutely getting that photo. I love that. That's like a washout flex shot. That looks sick. All right, let's go ahead and drive it down the rest of the hill. And... Really? Come on, easy. Easy. And not too bad. Not too bad. We're going to go ahead and stop right here because beyond here, the course isn't really all that finished. So now we're going to grab the F500, and I'm a little nervous about that washout in this thing because this thing is so long. I'm just going to blindly drive over the edge right there and see if we can make it, but a little easy. Yeah, this will just be a cruise through. Not a single care in the world going through here. Let's see if I can do these concrete blocks in high. Oh, wow, yeah, it just cruises those. Now, for this part, let's try a similar line, hanging out near the right-hand side. Oh, we're already spinning. Oh, we're kind of in the rut on one side already. Oh, no. God, it really just pushes you in, doesn't it? I was trying to stay away from it, but it was like, no, you're going in. I think the longer wheelbase helps us grab a little bit of extra grip, but like, and I'm sure the fact that we're on 42s as opposed to 35s helps a lot as well. but, like, it's still not having an easy go of it, for sure. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, come on. I think we're glitched again. I think we're glitched again. Something wacky's going on here. Especially, like, something with this section of the map is going wacky, because we had to winch both of these out of a terrain glitch. So, honestly, though, at the end of the day, these things, even though they are both very, very different vehicles, and they have very, very different tuning, both in terms of power and suspension and tire grip, they actually were a lot more evenly matched than I thought they would be. So if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.